People often ask me why I call my mother by her first name, Veronica, instead of simply, Mom. Truth is, she never wanted to be called that. She always claimed the word Mom sounded old and burdensome. She insisted that I and my half-sister, Hannah, call her Veronica. It was as though we were neighbors or acquaintances, not her children. Veronica got pregnant with me in high school. She often referred to it as an accident. She and my father, Aaron, were typical teenage sweethearts. Young, impulsive, and not ready for the responsibility that came their way. When Aaron found out about her pregnancy, he made it clear he wasn't interested in being with Veronica. He agreed to pay child support and promised to be involved in my life, but there was no romance or future between them. That crushed Veronica, though she rarely admitted it. She had hoped, however foolishly, that having a baby would bind Aaron to her. But he refused to play along. After I was born, their relationship soured further. Veronica would pick fights every time Aaron came around. She insulted him, accused him of being a deadbeat, and blamed him for every problem in her life. As a kid, I couldn't see through her bitterness. I believed her when she said Aaron didn't care enough about us. But as I grew up, I noticed that Aaron was always there. Every weekend he showed up, never late, always ready to spend time with me. He never missed a child support payment. I saw how much he genuinely loved me. I began to realize Veronica's version of events wasn't the full truth. When I was 6, Veronica met David, the man she later married. He was steady, calm, and welcomed me into his life without hesitation. Soon after they married, Veronica gave birth to my half-sister, Hannah. I adored Hannah from the start, but it was clear Veronica adored her more. Hannah became her world. She showered her with affection, gifts, and endless attention. Meanwhile, I became the forgotten child. Veronica often handed me old clothes from cousins instead of buying me new things, saying it wasn't worth wasting money on me. The emotional distance stung more than the material inequality. Hannah's birthdays were lavish parties with balloons, cakes, and piles of gifts. My birthdays were a pizza delivery, sometimes not even that. When I confronted Veronica about it, she blamed Aaron. "Take it up with your father," she'd snap. Aaron tried to compensate. He called me at midnight on my birthday and always gave thoughtful gifts. He even tried confronting Veronica, but she always turned it into a screaming match, telling him to mind his business because David was Hannah's father, not him. When I left for college, Veronica seemed relieved. She barely kept in touch, while Aaron, David, and Hannah checked in often. I became even closer to Hannah despite Veronica's favoritism. During my last year of college, I met Marcus, my ex-boyfriend. He was supportive and kind, and we grew serious quickly. When I graduated, Aaron, David, Hannah, and even Veronica showed up, though David had to persuade her. Veronica met Marcus that day, and immediately began making weird comments about how surprised she was that someone as attractive as Marcus was with me. She even joked in front of everyone that I must be his charity case. I called her out on it calmly, and even Aaron looked furious. Later, Veronica sent Marcus a Facebook friend request. I didn't want to make a scene, so he accepted. Over the 3 years Marcus and I dated, she maintained contact with him, occasionally messaging or commenting on his posts, something she never did with me. Marcus eventually pointed out how jealous Veronica seemed of me. He noticed how she competed with me over everything: my looks, relationships, and achievements. At first I dismissed it, but I started to see it too. After Marcus and I broke up, we lost touch. A couple of years later, I met Daniel, now my husband. He was everything Marcus wasn't: steady, supportive, and thoughtful. We married in a small ceremony, and I became pregnant shortly after. When we announced my pregnancy, Aaron, David, and Hannah were thrilled. Veronica, however, acted cold. Later, she told me she had hoped I'd get back with Marcus and was furious I was having a baby before Hannah. She accused me of trying to ruin her social image by becoming a mother so soon, revealing she had always wanted Hannah to be the first to have a grandchild. Her words stung deeply. She wasn't concerned about my happiness or my future as a mother. She only cared about appearances and favoritism. I told her firmly that I wouldn't let her bitterness interfere with my family. But Veronica wasn't done. Out of spite, she contacted Marcus, dragging him into our family drama. To my shock, Marcus messaged me and told me everything Veronica had been saying. He revealed that she had been venting to him about how angry she was that I was pregnant before Hannah, and that she had been sharing private details about my life with him for years behind my back. But what Marcus exposed next made my jaw drop. He told me Veronica had once confessed to him that she intentionally sabotaged my earlier relationships. She admitted that she would lie, spread rumors, and subtly manipulate situations to drive a wedge between me and any guy I dated because she couldn't stand the idea of me being happier than Hannah. Hearing that left me shaking with rage. I confronted Veronica in front of the entire family. I laid it all out, her favoritism, her manipulations, her lies, and her jealousy. I told everyone what Marcus had exposed. Veronica was stunned. She tried to deny it at first, but it was too late. Everyone saw the truth for themselves. That day, Veronica lost the little respect the family still had for her. Hannah, horrified, cut contact with her for a while. Aaron and David were both disgusted. I went no contact with her entirely. Now I focus on my husband, my child, and the family I chose. Veronica's jealousy no longer has a place in my life. And as for Veronica, she's left alone, regretting everything she did to push her daughters away.